I think I've been playing without streaming for the last hour. Could have sworn I hit that button. Pretty sure I did. Well, isn't that annoying? Oh. Uh-oh. Oh.
He died as he lived, defending Ratford from the scourge of frog kind.
Yep.
The guard captain had truly earned his place, entombed alongside kings.
Oh, yeah.
In the king's absence, the builders had repaired the crypt entrance. Reggie was as glad of this sight as he was it had not cost him any gold.
Return all the statues to their resting place. Tomb of Ratchis Augustale. Oh, yeah. Defeat Registale. Defeat Registale in the depths of the Forbidden Crypts. That is the Gustale key. Right stick. As in you, yeah, click the right stick. Yeah, frogs are that way, that is true. But... okay, fine. I know the kingdom's in danger, but I found a key, and I'm going to use it. First off, oh, I got plenty of blueprints for you. Ooh. I don't know. No, Morrowind wasn't quite timetabled. I mean, there have been some... Yeah, Daggerfall is a bit like that, absolutely. Oh, that's, yeah, large shield. But yeah, Daggerfall, if you just kind of ignored the main quest, like, completely, yeah, they'd time you out on actually completing the game. Or at least the main game. You can still, like, wander around and stuff like that. Alright, my brother and my mole friend are here. Hey. Ow. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Although I think this is predominantly European. I'd say you could shoot at any time, buddy. No. It's been predominantly rats, bugs, and frogs, and now moles. Uh-oh. Hey, bro. That's not a good thing.
Dennis was waiting, just as he said he would, and called out to his brother. No doubt that was how they found him so fast. The frog scum. The toxic smoke was too thick to follow. But Reggie's mole friend told him there was hope. In Station 24/7, they sold a breathing device that would let him pass through the smoke unharmed. The king could go in Jay's automobile. Jay would stay and kill any frogs that came this way, or die trying. A strange, toxic world lay ahead. Reggie hoped he was prepared.
Yeah. Yes, the automobile.
The king was impressed by his brave mole friend. After the war, he hoped to know him and his strange people better.
Yeah, I could take that. Will you now allow me into, Nope. Moletown City back again. Make those games. Make those games. Boys to men, I'm kind of surprised. I'm happy though. Okay, the Goldberg, Hulk Mulligan. I hope this guy is nicer. And Double Trouble, the Ultimate Challenge. 2 at once. Nice!
The Mollberg shield was thick and heavy, crafted from the strongest plate metal. Getting past it would not be easy.
Ow.
Heavy shields make for slow targets. Slow targets make easy gold.
Okay. Ooh, pretty much ultimate defense there. Double Trouble, the ultimate challenge, 2 at once.
Double trouble means double gold. As Reggie cut the final combatant down, the crowd cheered his victory. Bloodthirsty though it was, he had grown fond of Moletown.
And yeah, oh yeah, plenty of blocking. Legendary champion of the arena.
The arena champion, Hulk Mulligan, was a living legend of Moletown. His legend might have to live on without him.
Ow!
Arena champion, King Demolition. They cheered. One legend had died, but another had come to take its place.
Product placement. Ooh. It probably wasn't. Gas mask. I needed 25 gold pieces. Well, I got that.
The device made it hard to breathe, and a battle helm was more comfortable. But this protected him in a different way. From toxic smoke. With this, he would find his brother.
Okay. Fill that up. Yeah, the narration is pretty darn cool. But if we've got a gas mask, we've opened up more areas we could visit. If I recall right, oh, definitely. Could have sworn nope, I guess that was elsewhere. Do you have anything new here? Ooh, strange creature. Okay. Here's Reggie didn't remove the strange creatures in sewers. Reggie can't allow even one to live.
The Rangers have heard reports of the strange creature nearby, but they don't believe it. Claims about its size can't be true. Only one way to find out.
Oh, yeah. Yep, we're going cryptid hunting. And you automatically put on your gas mask. Cool. New areas unlocked. That is a very good question.
Another of these fanged and clawed creatures. But if he could kill one Reggie reasoned, he could kill two.
Complete Ranger Faction. Complete all quests in the Ranger Faction board at the Ranger's Lodge. Ooh. Pretty good defense. And...
The Rangers were wrong. The creature was real, and nothing about its size was exaggerated. Sometimes a tall tale is worth hearing.
Absolutely. Ow. How you're able to drink with the gas mask on? That's a really good question. Well, I'm going to start exploring all of these places I couldn't get to. See if I can't find more stuff. That leads us back here. Oh no, most of these areas I'd say probably a fun place for the olfactory system. And by fun, I mean anything but. Oh yeah, no, the map looks really cool. Okay, nothing else in here. I got blueprints. Okay. Yeah, that's where the baddies are. Ugh. Yeah, there's some more poisoned areas around here. Yeah, we've been to that poisoned area. So I guess let's try the ones in the mines? Well, they at least turned that into a proper elevator. Oh, yeah. All right. If I keep this up, I'll probably have all the equipment before the end of this game. That is some pretty powerful stuff. Hey Mark, hope you're doing okay, all things considered. Okay, I think that's all of the poisoned areas that I know of. Oh, absolutely, and happy birthday. No blueprints. Da, da, da. Got a bunch of keys. Yeah, so many heavy armors. Does feel like I'm nearly completed with all of these. All right. Ow. Yeah. So I got the gas mask. Thumbs up.
These devices appeared to give the power of flight. Reggie would have been impressed if they were not on the backs of frog scum.
Ow. Yeah, a little bit. So yeah, I'm really annoyed that I didn't know I was streaming and like I lost an hour of play and like this game just autosaves, so can't do much about that. Nice Warhammer. Wasn't even Twitch. I thought I hit the right button on OBS, but turns out I didn't. Nope. Lost docks. Interesting.
Too late. Reggie saw from the docks his brother's silhouette on a ship surrounded by tribal frog soldiers. No sign of their foul leader. He had to get to his brother.
Shaw Moon reading of the green smoke.
Reggie had little trust in shamans. There was more mystery in this world than his father had taught him. The shaman had gone, but he'd left a key.
Shaman key. Tree dropped by Shamoon. Looks like it belongs to someone else. You okay?
None had seen a turtle in many seasons. His father claimed he found one here as a boy. But it didn't look old. Reggie was almost 2 after all. Could a turtle reach such an old age?
Absolutely. A bit, yeah.
Grateful to be free, and promising entertaining tales of Reggie's father as a pup, the turtle offered to take them across the river to the foul Froglands.
Oh.
The turtle bid the pair farewell. Reggie asked his friend to stay by the river. This was not his fight. But Jay never abandoned a comrade in need. They were as brothers now, he said.
Oh, absolutely. Frog Village. A straight shot. Okay. Let's see here. I guess the katana's great as being light. That's a heavy sword.
Reggie
Yeah.
had expected something as foul as frog spawn, but the Froglands were strangely like home, apart from the smell. The same pipes that were in Station 24/7 were visible here. This was how the frogs were invading. Jay was furious the engineering that kept moles safe was being used to hurt others.
Yeah. All around better shield. All right. Yeah, run away. All right. Looks like only a few more rooms. Oh. I guess I have a taste for rodent flesh. Ow.
Caged, like a common grub. Reggie dreaded to think why the war chief would keep so many captives.
All right. Ow. There we go. Oh! Okay, put weapon away. Means you can move better.
This was why the rats had been captured. The war chief had offered them up for the shaman's twisted experiments. The war chief
Great.
would answer for many crimes this day.
Zombies.
The shaman had tried to hide in his workshop. The things he'd made and used on Reggie's kin were here. There was nowhere he could hide.
Ow. Oh, very much.
The shaman's cruel experiments were over in a puff of foul green smoke. The war chief's throne room could not be far. He was the one who started this, so it was with a sword in his skull that it must end.
Oh. That Reggie seems to have. Absolutely.
What was this evil twist on Molecraft? A grotesque monster of creaking gears and steam. The sight of it made Reggie freeze. But Jay's fury could not be held back. The sound of his small friend's body falling lifted the spell. Reggie didn't know what this thing was, only that it would die screaming.
Okay. Glad I saved. Ooh. Yeah, sorry, I'm definitely gonna heal up before I do any of that. Also, like... Okay. Very powerful axe. Very heavy, though. Yeah, minimum defense for a lot of weight. Alright, maxed out one-handed, maxed out ranged.
Even in the frog slime and its stench of death, it felt good to be fighting with his brother at his side. No, Reggie wouldn't believe it. Everything the evil frogs had taken from him, his mother, his friend, his kingdom. They wouldn't take his brother, and they wouldn't take him. The war chief was dead, and the kingdom saved. But what did it matter if his brother was gone?
Yay! Yeah, we had a return. You okay, bro?
The rat folk rejoiced to have their king home. They had prepared for Reggie's coronation in the throne room. They had been sure he would return to them. To Reggie, it was a bittersweet victory. He had proved himself, but it came at a cost higher than gold.
Yep. No, he's alive. I mean, he walked. You know, he got up, so I'm hoping so. Yeah, he's still right there. Yeah. Hooray. Ooh.
It was the start of a true golden age, free of the scourge of frog spawn. Working with the molefolk below, they built a new kingdom of steam and industry and wonder. But that is, as they say, a tale for another time.
Danny Robson, an adorable mole. Jack Bennett. I think all of these moles we saw in the mole village, yeah. Oh, very much Yatta. Published by United Label. Awesome. Well, this has definitely been a fun game. Although, there is still someplace we weren't able to get into. Doug Cockle is the voice of the narrator. Oh, definitely. Special thanks to all of these people, Oreo the Rabbit, all our friends and family. Ah, we got another blueprint.
The greatest threat was conquered. But Reggie wondered if there were any tasks he'd left unfinished, or foes left undefeated. Now was the time to be sure.
Yep. Post game. Looks like I do have a blueprint for you. That is some heavy armor. Okay, for some reason, still don't have access there. Missing, it looks like one helmet. Hey! Yep, it's a brand new day.
A new notice on the quest board.
Oh,
A band of musicians had disappeared after a long night regaling the Crimson Keep with their drinking songs. Whether they wanted to be regaled or not. Rex, the band's front rat, would know more.
missing bard, Amy Squeak Mouse. Famous for her big hair and bigger voice, the bard Amy Squeak Mouse has gone missing in the crypts. I should go there.
With peace restored to the kingdom, Doug organized a grand tournament in Reggie's honor. As tradition decrees, a new king must prove his worth before all the realms.
Hi.
The Crimson Keep was playing host to the traveling squirrel folk on their annual pilgrimage to the Bright Fir. They honored the young king with an invite to their Leaf's Fall Festival, the first outsider to be asked to this mysterious gathering in generations. Reggie was pleased to take some time away from battle to experience the wonder of the Great Golden Woods.
That'll definitely
Rex
be
the
fun.
Bard looked nervous. He'd found the crypt gates open. No amount of fermented bug juice would see him go in, but his bandmates were not always so wise. The young king didn't hesitate.
Yep.
Reggie's head was pained from the drinking and the noise of last night, but he'd still found his bed. What had these young bards found? Several empty bug brew bottles littered the floor, a sure sign of bards. Reggie was getting closer.
All right. Stairwell down, yep. Is good. Okay.
Amy had taken refuge by an old statue and was getting some much-needed shut-eye. Reggie only meant to wake the bard, but his shout awoke the zombified remains of Matsumoto Musashi.
Really?
Matsumoto was a legendary sword master. Reggie hoped to get one more lesson before putting him to rest. Matsumoto when he was alive, but now his dual blades had fallen silent forever. Reggie directed Amy to the Crimson Keep, glad to have found her safe.
Heck of a defensive boost. Okay. Well, that's one post-game side quest done. Oh, yeah. Bright Fir Forest. Let's try this quest.
Reggie was greeted by the squirrel guide Zazu at the forest edge. She'd been sent to show the king the way to the festival, a secret path known only by squirrel folk.
Yeah, she's adorable.
The forest was not at all what the young king expected. He'd heard the bright fir's golden leaves bathed the entire forest in light. There'd been no mention of these giant mushrooms that made the air heavy with spores.
Uh-oh. Well, this is quite the dungeon here. Brightfur. Travel to Brightfur and bask in the golden light of Brightfur. Yay, Chivo!
Bright Fur's golden light fell on the forest clearing and caravans like an enchantment. The mood, though, was not festive, but worried.
What's up?
Zazu, embarrassed, explained the reason they asked the brave young king here was to plead for his help. The Squirrel Elder and a priest of the Bright Fur journeyed to the abandoned glimmer mines to harvest bright moss, and had not returned.
I see.
With the golden light of the camp behind him, Reggie headed back out into the gloom in search of the mines.
That is true. Need a key. Could be. They're certainly not giant Indian squirrels, though. Not as colorful. Okay.
Signs were not promising. Outside the glimmer mines were vicious beetles. What had driven them from their cave home? The squirrel folk were in more danger than they knew.
Dun dun dun. Need a key. More stuff.
The Squirrel Elder's walking cane, lying abandoned. If he didn't have it, Reggie wondered, how did he carry himself from this place? rocks of the Glimmer Mines glowed with a blue light unlike anything Reggie had ever seen. Reggie wondered what the moles would make of this place. The Squirrel Elder's lifeless body lay on the floor, the priest at his side. Before Reggie could approach, he found out why they were trapped here. This was the nest of the Beetle Queen.
Yeah.
Glimmering grave, Reggie approached the still body of the Squirrel Elder. The Squirrel Elder rose with a yelp. He'd been in trance from the ritual smoking of extra potent bright moss. Unaware, he almost became the Beetle Queen's snack. Thanking Reggie for the rescue, they headed back to begin the festival.
Well... At least you're all alive. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Afro Man.
This market stall sells all sorts of quality goods. A few coins spent here would spruce up the Crimson Keep nicely.
A small library just outside the kitchen for a resin joint? Yeah. Repaired King Ratch's portrait? Yeah. Statues? Absolutely. Shrines? Yep. Oh, yeah.
With the Squirrel Elder back at the Bright Fir, with a tankard of bright sap in his paw, the festival of Leaf's Fall could finally begin. No sooner had the Elder raised his cup into the air to begin his opening speech, came the clattering of wood and smashing of glass. To everyone's horror, a drunken squirrel had knocked over the table with the bright sap. The festival of Leaf's Fall could not continue without the rare and sacred drink. The Squirrel Elder turned to Reggie, asking if the brave young king would again save their festival and venture into the shrine of the tapped root to collect more bright sap.
Okay. Of course, it wouldn't be easy. Oh, absolutely.
In the maze of bright fir roots, the spores were so thick Reggie had to wear his gas mask. Was this infestation the reason the bright firs were dying?
More stuff. Well, before I head down there... Shrine of the Tapped
The
Root.
shrine of the tapped root stood before him, but the root looked damaged. Before Reggie could wonder what had done this, he got his answer. A root worm, bloated and enraged by bright sap.
Ow. Yeah. Well, it's not
Had been
brain
banished
sap,
from
it's
these
bright
parts for
sap.
generations. Reggie had a feeling its presence meant something was rotten in the state of bright fur. To Reggie's dismay, the tap was broken. Reggie did not look forward to returning to the Squirrel Elder with no sacred sap and news of rootworms.
Yeah, it's all good.
Though shocked at the news, the Squirrel Elder had an idea. The tap was one of several made in the basement woodsmith workshop of Castle Dray. Perhaps Reggie could look there.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yep, of course.
Approaching the ruins of Castle Dray, Reggie's whiskers twitched at the familiar stench on the breeze. He refused to believe it. After all he'd done to be rid of them, it could not be. The frost scourge had returned. Pestilence on the sacred forest that could not be allowed to spread. A slapping of webbed feet from the basement. More pond filth waited below, and would soon feel his blade.
A woodsmith's workshop.
The frog squatter was none other than General Hackett. No better than a fearing thief, looting supplies. The only thing he could take today was his last breath. Satisfaction of the frog general dead at his paws, Reggie found the replacement tap. the squirrels would have their sacred sap.
Placement squirrel wagon wheel. Brand new wheel that fits many squirrel wagons. Oh yeah.
Reggie was surprised to find a mole in Bright Fir Forest. The mole was embarrassed. He'd got lost going from Station C-19 to Station 24/7. Reggie sympathized. Those tunnels were a tough route. Lost he may have been, but still enterprising. The mole had armor for sale, if the king had the coin.
Oh yeah.
The mole had heard of this king of rats who traveled the underground, but never believed it was true. Perhaps Reggie knew the tunnels well enough to give him directions. The king barely noticed the journey back to the Bright Fir, dwelling as he was on the return of frog spawn to the ratdom. Where there's a general, an army must be close by.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie handed over the tap, but wished he could spare the old squirrel the pain of hearing frogs were in Castle Dray. The squirrel elder could not allow the festival to continue, knowing pond scum squatted in their ancestral home. Reggie did not need to be asked. He knew what needed to be done. Reggie could not believe the frogs had returned after all he had done to be rid of them. Pond scum never learn.
Okay. This is true. Looks like we're almost done with this. I almost think this is probably like DLC. Yeah, I don't really care.
As Reggie made his way towards the ruins of Castle Dray, the stench of pond scum once again drifted in on the cool breeze. The familiar scent made him wonder why the frogs had suddenly reappeared in the ratdom. He'd heard tales of the great Castle Dray from his father's whiskers, but it was hard to believe this mushroom-pocked ruin was ever that once proud place. The evil frog spawn had been looting. These frogs believed they could make the central tower a new base, but Reggie would show just how wrong they were.
Goodness. just keep coming and don't stop coming.
How long are you going to be streaming tonight,
I don't know. I'm kind of in the post-game area. I guess I can stop if you would rather me to.
It's just I was wondering if you'd like to have an encounter.
Okay.
I've showered and everything. I need to wait for Chris to get out of the bathroom so we can finish up. But I was hoping for your company tonight.
Okay.
Sounds excellent.
Okay.
I'll be text me when you're ready.
Okay. Yes, the martial art of gun. Typically pretty useful.
The central tower. Whoever was collecting all these supplies would surely be at the top.
Ow.
The young king had thought his lust for revenge was sated, but he would not be satisfied until every frog in his kingdom had croaked their last.
Very Bucky O'Hare, croaking some toads. Yeah, just a bit. Like, I kind of understand it, but at the same time...
Reggie looked down to see seeds on the floor. Jars of golden bright first seeds were all around, enough to plant 100 forests. Reggie wondered if the squirrel elder knew they were here. Seems he wasn't the only one here for vengeance. Shield Maiden Yellowtongue was waiting, screaming the name of her fallen brother, War Chief Greenwort.
Ow. Well, this does seem to be like a special post-game boss. The fact that she's considerably harder feels about right. Come on. Oh. There we go.
The fading echoes of her last croak. Castle Dre was returned to peace. There was a shrine in the room. Carved figures of Reggie and his enemies in Bright Fir Forest. The frogs had planned it all to lure him here.
Interesting. Yep, another achievement. Seems so. Anything down here? No. Okay. Ow.
The squirrels at the Bright Fir rejoiced to hear Castle Dre was back to its somber state of peace once more. The Squirrel Elder could start the Leaves Fall Festival at last.
Yay!
Reggie basked in the joy of the squirrel folk, as warming as the golden light of the firs. He reclined in his chair and was honored with a cup of bright sap. Being king has its perks.
It's good to be the king.
The pilgrimage to Bright Fir was not an easy wagon ride. This family's wagon wheel broke in the mud. They offered a reward if Reggie could find them a replacement. With a new
Already
wheel
done.
in paw, the wagon would be on its way. Reggie assured them they'd not missed the festival as there'd been a few minor delays.
Yeah, let's see if I can... Ooh. Yeah, new art and all of that. Cool. Yeah, nothing new for you to craft. Still can't go in there. Missing bard. Chetty Mercury. Yeah, I do too. possible? Captain Blacktail, Gray Ears of the White Whiskers. Okay, there seems to be a lot more in the post-game than I thought, so we might be doing this next Sunday as well. Which, I don't mind. But yeah, sorry about losing the first hour there. That was me being dumb. But yeah, when we come back, more post-game it looks like. Have a good one, folks.